We could be in for an all-timer title race next season in the 25-26 season. We're talking four teams that could be going neck and neck for the title. You've got Liverpool, just won the league, want to retain the league, have probably made the biggest signing of the summer in Florian Wirtz. You're talking Manchester City, you can never rule them out. Cherki, Reijnders, Ait Nouri, serious firepower with Rodri back. We're talking Chelsea. Chelsea have announced themselves to the world. They are serious, and it looks like they found that number 9 in João Pedro. Chelsea are going to bring in about another 100 million from the Club World Cup. They're going to spend. They're probably going to get a goalkeeper, a centre back. Chelsea will be serious, and even Arsenal might finish a little bit better than second for a change. Second 3 times in a row. Arsenal want to turn that second place into first. Arsenal might be serious now that Mikel Arteta, for the first time, has signed an elite number 9 with Gyokeres set to come in the door. They've not stopped there. The Mascara, here we go, was today. More defensive reinforcement, and Eze could be on the way. We're talking Zubimendi, we're talking Gyokeres, 2 serious signings. Eze makes 3 serious signings. And I think Madueke is a better deal than people think. I think Mascara is a good option for depth and backup. Norgard is a good option for backup. Arsenal are also doing some business. Look, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I'm on holiday. Like, the best place for Wi-Fi in my hotel room is in the bathroom. Like, it's a solid 10-15 megabytes better in the bathroom than in the bedroom. I don't know why. So I'm filming in the bathroom, which means there could be echo, means the audio might not be as good because I don't have my mic on holiday. So I do apologise. But let's talk about this potential title race next season and literally why it could be absolutely insane. Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. First of all, Arne Slot has established himself as a top-level manager. You win the league in your first season with Liverpool, you don't really get any signings on the door, top-level manager. Maresca, a year ago was playing in the Championship. He's now won 2 trophies with Chelsea. Pep is obviously an elite-level manager. And Arteta wants to take that next step, and winning the Premier League would put him in that next category. Now, all of these teams have unbelievable squads. I'm a Man United fan and I am jealous of all of these teams. Why wouldn't I be? My team finished 15th. We talk about Manchester City, we talk about Rodri, Haaland, Marmoush, you've got Reijnders coming in who looks like a baller, they've got Diaz, they've got, even some exciting young players like Echeverri, Oscar Bob coming through, Doku looked exciting in the Club World Cup. You've got Arsenal, they have some great young players. Saka, I think Eze, if he comes in, will be an unbelievable addition. They've got Saliba, they've got Gabriel, 2 of the best centre-backs in the Premier League, arguably the best defence in the Premier League. Timber, Ben White, Calafiori, Lewis Skelly, all options at fullback. They're stacked in defence. They're stacked in midfield with Zubimendi, Declan Rice. They're very good. You've got Liverpool, just Salah, probably the best player in the league, Salah. Wirtz coming in, generational talents. 2 great young fullbacks coming in as well that are attacking minded. Van Dijk, best centre back in the league. They've got 2 unbelievable goalkeepers now. Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai was the best midfielder in the Premier League last season. Then you've got Chelsea. Palmer, Enzo, Caicedo is, probably the second best midfielder in the Premier League after Liverpool. You could argue the best. Like, Moises Caicedo is an absolute tank. He's an unbelievable player. Cole Palmer, we saw it in the Club World Cup. You play Cole Palmer slightly to the right, you play Cole Palmer in his best position, and look at what he's done in the last 2 finals for Chelsea. Insane. They've got Esteban who can come in as a 10. João Pedro looks like the 9. And I said if Chelsea get a proper 9, Chelsea get a proper goalkeeper, and I think they probably just need a long-term Thiago Silva replacement. Chelsea are a force. Because Neto's looking good, João Pedro was there, Palmer was shining. Maybe they need another top winger because Gittens is very young and they've lost Madueke, they've lost Sancho, only brought 1 in. But there's Chelsea. So let's start by talking about Chelsea, because Chelsea have gone from chaos to contenders. 2 years ago, Chelsea were in chaos. A year and a half ago, Chelsea were in chaos. And, everybody watched Chelsea not just beat PSG, but humiliate PSG, but batter PSG yesterday. And they've announced themselves to the world. Because not only have they made some big money from sales like Madueke, I think they've got some money from Petrovic coming in, but they've also made over 100 million from winning the Club World Cup. So they've got money to spend. Their pool this summer has gone up another level. Not only have they got Champions League football, but they are Club World Cup winners. So their pool has gone up a level. João Pedro, Gittens, Delap, Esteban, Kepa. Some in, some out. Kepa out, Esteban in, Delap in, Gittens in, João Pedro in. They've got Kepa out, they've got Madueke out, Nicholas Jackson could be on the way out, Petrovic is out. They're linked to Rodrigo. They could be wrong with bringing Rodrigo in. They're linked to Garnacho, and I know a lot of Chelsea fans don't want Garnacho, and he's nowhere near the level of Rodrigo. But I think he'd be very good at Chelsea. a new centre-back goalkeeper, maybe another left-back for depth to take the pressure off Cucurella. Chelsea are insane. We look at Chelsea's squad, Enzo Casado, Palmer midfield. Where's the depth? Lavia and Santos. Like, that's unbelievable depth. Chelsea's midfield's insane. Palmer's an insane player. Neto's looking really good. But João Pedro, he looks like the 9. He looks so good. And the way that Chelsea didn't just beat PSG, they battered them. Look, they won the Champions League, they beat City. But the Champions League was a good all-round performance, defensively strong, not easy. Yesterday, they battered PSG, humiliated them, and everyone in world football has seen that. And everyone in world football, from Real Madrid to Manchester City to Arsenal, would have said yesterday, time to take Chelsea serious. And teams haven't said that in a while, but Chelsea will be taken as serious next season. You've then got Liverpool. Arne Slot's come in. He's won the league in his first season, and now he's getting his signings. And Florian Wirtz, Frimpong and Gyokeres are all serious upgrades. All serious upgrades. You know, you look at Frimpong and Gyokeres, the pace and power and ball carrying they're going to bring to wings, to the wing-back, full-back position. You look at Florian Wirtz in the 10. You look at Florian Wirtz exploiting the space, playing in Salah and Gakpo in the half space, how clinical they are when they cut inside. There's links to Rodrigo, there's links to Mark Gay, there's links to Isak. There's talk of actually Newcastle getting Ekitike, which could suggest Isak's on the move. Although apparently Newcastle want both Isak and Ekitike. But, you know, they've just won the league. They're at the top, and they could be bringing in maybe Isak, I'm not sure. Part of me thinks they'll stay at Newcastle, but Gay, potentially Rodrigo. They've already brought in some amazing signings, like Florian Wirtz is a generational player, Salah is world class, Van Dijk is world class. Like, that Liverpool squad is absolutely insane. That Chelsea squad is insane. You go over to Arsenal, Zubimendi, there was a reason that every club was in for him. Liverpool wanted him, City would want him. Arteta managed to get Zubimendi to Arsenal. Victor Gyokeres. Arsenal had the best defence in the league for the last 2 seasons. Arsenal have been the best team in the world in the first and second phase for the last 2 seasons. But Arsenal in the final third have always been let down. Arteta's not had a proper striker. The last time Arsenal had a proper number 9 was under Aubameyang. And Victor Gyokeres is a proper striker. Eze potentially coming in, he could play on the left or could play where Odegaard is. I think both Odegaard and Martinelli were underwhelming, and at least Eze gives an upgrade in those areas. Best defence in the league. Now they're focusing on fixing the final third. Now they're focusing on adding elite depth. Their squad is nearly complete. They bring Eze in, that's brilliant. I still think a top left winger signing on top of Eze would be even better because Eze can play as a 10. But Madueke is brilliant depth for Saka. If Saka gets injured, Madueke is good depth. Was he worth 50 million? Not for me. But I also think with Madueke's ability to take risks, Gyokeres' ability to take risks, Eze like to shoot and take risks, that's what Arsenal lacked in the final third last season. We know how good defensively they are. We know how good they are on the ball, off the ball, but we just know they lack in the final third. They're bringing in potentially 3 players that take risks and make things happen in the final third, which will make them less predictable, will help them break down the low blocks. And then you have Manchester City, Cherki, Ait Nouri, Reijnders, all coming in, all top-level signings, yeah? Right, Reijnders, just in that Club World Cup, slotted in like he wasn't even new. Cherki, we can see his technical ability as a baller. Ait Nouri just makes sense as a proper left-back. Pep's changing his left-back dynamics, going more modern. City have Rodri coming back, they'll have Bob coming back. The difference Rodri will make when he's fit as well. City have got these players coming back. A Rodri, Reijnders midfield pivot is ridiculous. They've got this depth, they've got Echeverry coming in, they've got these young players. Erling Haaland will be good. Marmouche is hitting the ground running. Yes, they need a right back. I look at City, they need a right back. Let's see what happens with Ederson. But City will probably do the business that needs to be done. They'll be quiet, they'll be ruthless. You can never rule City out. So what we've got right now is 4 possession-heavy teams, 4 good teams. With Chelsea, it's possession-heavy. With Arsenal, it's control structure, and they're bringing in the final third updates that's needed. Manchester City is Pep evolving his tactics again. We see Liverpool, it's going to be high press, stretching the width with the fullbacks potentially, vertical passing, more technical now. I think the margins are tighter than ever because there was an injury crisis for a lot of the teams last year, and I think that will make it closer. You've got Chelsea who are going to take a big confidence boost. That Club World Cup win almost turns Chelsea from boys to men now. The experience it gives them, the experience it gives Maresca. We've seen Maresca make adaptations, change his tactics. We've seen that. We've obviously got, Arteta. He's finally got a striker. Is this the year Arteta wins a trophy? You've got Slot, an elite level manager, Pep, an elite level manager. All of these teams are now getting even stronger, getting even better, bringing in great signings. And I think the title could come down to literally heads-to-heads, injuries and moments. I think we could have a 4-person title race and it goes down to the wire. And I think those head-to-head results, I think potentially injuries could make or break who wins the league this season. I think it could be so tight. I think Liverpool are probably just the favourites for now, but it could be so tight. The gap between first and fourth, I think, is pretty thin. And they're a bit of ahead of everyone else. I think Newcastle definitely have got something ongoing, but it depends on who they sign. They've got some good players there. Spurs and Man United, obviously a long way off for now, but Spurs are doing some good business. Villa want to be back in the mix. It'll be interesting to see what business they do. But that top four is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. We could be seeing more teams getting a 90 plus mark, 90 plus points. There's going to be shot results, there's going to be swings, there's going to be drama, but this could be, honestly, one of the craziest Prem seasons ever. Thank you for watching. Bye.